Hi, Gary here. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this topic. And hit the subscribe button and bell to be alerted when I post a new video. Now back to the video. Incentives for electric bikes. Coming soon, incentives for electric bikes, e-bikes, are becoming more common as governments around the world recognize the potential benefits they provide for urban transportation, reducing traffic congestion, and promoting sustainability. These incentives typically aim to encourage more people to purchase and use e-bikes by making them more affordable and accessible. Incentives may vary depending on the country or region, but they often include financial incentives. These can come in the form of tax credits, rebates, or reduced purchase prices for e-bikes. Some governments may also offer low-interest loans to help consumers finance the purchase of an e-bike. Infrastructure support. Governments may invest in improving cycling infrastructure such as bike lanes, bike parking, and charging stations to make it easier and safer for e-bike users to commute and travel around the city. Subsidized or free e-bike sharing programs. Some cities may implement e-bike sharing programs with reduced or free membership fees, making e-bikes more accessible to a wider range of people. Employer incentives. Employers may be encouraged to provide incentives for their employees to commute by e-bike, such as offering financial support for e-bike purchases or installing secure bike parking and charging stations at the workplace. Educational programs. Governments may invest in educational campaigns to raise awareness about the benefits of e-bikes and provide information on available incentives. Incentives can be subject to change as governments update their policies and programs, so it's essential to stay informed about the latest developments in your area. Check with your local government or transport department for the most up-to-date information on e-bike incentives. As e-bikes continue to gain popularity and more incentives become available, it's important for potential e-bike users to understand the benefits and considerations of using electric bikes. Some of the benefits of e-bikes include improved health and fitness. E-bikes make cycling more accessible to people who may not have been able to cycle before due to physical limitations, age, or fitness levels. The electric assistance can help users overcome challenging terrain or longer distances, encouraging more people to cycle and improve their overall health and fitness. Reduced emissions and environmental impact. E-bikes produce zero direct emissions and can be charged using renewable energy sources, making them an environmentally friendly transportation option. Cost savings. E-bikes can be more cost-effective than cars or public transportation, especially when considering fuel costs, parking fees, and maintenance expenses. Reduced traffic congestion. E-bikes take up less space than cars, helping to alleviate traffic congestion in urban areas. Increased accessibility. E-bikes can provide a convenient and affordable transportation option for those who may not have access to a car or public transportation, helping to bridge the gap in transportation equity. However, there are also some considerations to keep in mind when using e-bikes. Safety. It's essential to follow local traffic rules and wear appropriate safety gear, such as helmets, when riding an e-bike. Battery life and charging. E-bike users need to plan their trips with battery life in mind and be aware of charging options along their route. Weight. E-bikes can be heavier than traditional bicycles due to their electric components, which can make them more challenging to maneuver or transport. Maintenance. E-bikes may require more specialized maintenance and repairs than traditional bicycles, so it's essential to find a knowledgeable mechanic or service center. Overall, e-bikes offer many benefits and can be an excellent option for urban transportation, especially as more incentives become available to make them more accessible and affordable. Be sure to stay informed about the latest e-bike incentives in your area and carefully consider the benefits and potential drawbacks before making a purchase. In summary, electric bikes, e-bikes, are becoming increasingly popular as a sustainable and efficient mode of transportation. Governments around the world are implementing incentives to encourage e-bike adoption, such as financial incentives, infrastructure support, subsidized e-bike sharing programs, employer incentives, and educational programs. E-bikes offer numerous benefits, including improved health and fitness, reduced emissions, cost savings, reduced traffic congestion, and increased accessibility. However, there are also some considerations to keep in mind, such as safety, battery life, weight, and maintenance. As more incentives become available, it's crucial to stay informed about the latest e-bike policies and programs in your area and carefully weigh the benefits and potential drawbacks before making a purchase. In summary, electric bikes, e-bikes, are becoming increasingly popular as a sustainable and efficient mode of transportation. Governments around the world are implementing incentives to encourage e-bike adoption, such as financial incentives, infrastructure support, subsidized e-bike sharing programs, employer incentives, and educational programs. E-bikes offer numerous benefits, including improved health and fitness, reduced emissions, cost savings, reduced traffic congestion, and increased accessibility. However, there are also some considerations to keep in mind, such as safety, battery life, weight, and maintenance. As more incentives become available, it's crucial to stay informed about the latest e-bike policies and programs in your area and carefully weigh the benefits and potential drawbacks before making a purchase. You may consider the following factors: current incentives and rebates. Research and assess the existing government incentives and rebates for e-bikes in your area. Depending on the incentives available, it may be advantageous to make the purchase now. Personal needs and usage. Consider your immediate needs for transportation and how an e-bike could benefit you. If you have a strong need for an e-bike, waiting for potential future incentives might not be practical. Budget. Take your budget into account when making a decision. If you can afford an e-bike without incentives, waiting for potential future incentives might not be as important. However, if you are on a tight budget, waiting for better incentives could make a significant difference. Industry trends. Observe e-bike industry trends such as improvements in technology, battery life, or price drops. These trends may influence your decision to purchase an e-bike now or wait. Future policies. While it's impossible to predict future government incentives with certainty, you can stay informed about proposed policies and upcoming legislation. This may help you make an informed decision about the best time to buy an e-bike. In summary, weigh the pros and cons of purchasing an e-bike now or waiting for potential future incentives. Consider your personal needs, budget, and the current state of the e-bike market to make the best decision for your situation. Here are a few more factors to consider when deciding whether to purchase an e-bike now or wait for potential future incentives. Environmental impact. If you are concerned about your carbon footprint, purchasing an e-bike sooner rather than later can help reduce your environmental impact by replacing trips made by car or other fossil fuel-powered vehicles. Health benefits. E-bikes provide health benefits by promoting physical activity and reducing stress associated with traffic and commuting. If these benefits are important to you, it may be worth purchasing an e-bike now to start enjoying them as soon as possible. E-bike infrastructure. Consider the current state of e-bike infrastructure in your area, such as the availability of bike lanes and charging stations. If your local infrastructure is well developed, it may be a good time to purchase an e-bike. If it is lacking, you might want to wait and see if improvements are made before making the investment. Demand and availability. High demand for e-bikes may lead to shortages and increased prices. If you notice a surge in demand in your area, it might be wise to purchase an e-bike sooner to avoid potential price hikes or limited availability. Tax implications. Depending on your country or region, there may be tax implications for purchasing an e-bike. Research the tax laws in your area to determine if there are any benefits or penalties associated with buying an e-bike. Ultimately, deciding when to purchase an e-bike depends on a variety of factors that are unique to your situation. By considering your personal needs, budget, and the current state of the e-bike market, as well as the additional factors listed above, you can make an informed decision on the best time to invest in an e-bike.